it if you hear me holler. Making moves another day, another dollar. On the grind, I'm living good. What you expect? Just another one hit and with it. You can say that.
What is going on, people? What is going on? My name is Lawrence, is Cashing in Dreams, and you're now tuned in to the Cashing in Dreams podcast. Boy, today do we have a show for you guys. I am waiting for my guests to tap in. We have a fashion designer, one of the best up and coming. I don't even know if I want to call her up and coming, but one of the best fashion designers here in Atlanta, Georgia. And this is going to be amazing. So let's just give her a few minutes to tap in. She should be in a few minutes. Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, what's up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Nothing much.
All right, love it.
I'm
Listen,
at my studio right now.
super excited. Ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you we have one of the best designers here in Atlanta, Georgia, by way of Augusta, Georgia, on the Cashing in Dreams podcast, one of the youngest designers, to put that out there. I'm super pumped. I'm super excited to have you on the line with us. Listen, the people who are in the room, they actually been sitting here with us. They waiting. You got the people from your hometown here. You got people from California, Florida. You got people from Nebraska in here. So this is going to be an amazing interview. And I don't want to pronounce your name wrong, but it's Demara. Is that how you pronounce your name?
It's the mirror, like the mirror on the wall.
The mirror on the wall. I love it. All right, listen. The Mirror Thomas, CEO, and one half of it's Muse and Melrose. Is that correct?
Yes. Yep.
Muse and Melrose.
The better half of me is over here working. We working here today.
I know that's right, and I don't want to hold you up too long. I want you to just tell the people a little bit about yourself before we jump into this interview.
Okay, can you hear me good? Because I think I have terrible service in my studio. Okay. But a little bit about me. I'm 25 years of age. I currently reside here in Atlanta. I've been designing since like I could remember. I literally know how to sew since I was about like 6 or 7 years old. I decided to like pursue fashion design when I was like, I'd say my freshman year in college. Like I wasn't really sure of what I wanted to do for sure. Like I literally was like just taking general study classes and just, going with the flow. I intended on playing basketball, which was, my main thing, what I've been doing my whole life. So I just went through a lot of stuff during like my first year of college, and like I went into like this depression, and like literally the only thing that I wanted to do was create. Like I would like literally get out of class and I would go home and just sew all day long. And then I ended up like pretty much making my portfolio. And, people on my social media really liked the stuff that I was designing and creating. And they ended up was like, you should sell stuff or whatever. And I wasn't taking it serious. Like, it was just like a hobby for me. Like, I would love going on YouTube just to watch stuff and like see if I could do DIYs and things like that. And I ended up just building up my portfolio, and I submitted it to SCAD, and I, got accepted. I had scholarships and everything, and I moved to Atlanta on my 19th birthday. Like I told my parents and my grandparents, I was like, I don't want any gifts or any presents for my 19th birthday. Like just help me move to Atlanta, and that's it. And like I've been here ever since. So it's been like 7 years now.
Wow.
So yeah, my 19th birthday, I moved up here.
Love it. Listen, from the moment I started doing my research, I see the entrepreneur spirit in you. I see the grind. I see that it's just in due time before you actually like private jet take this thing off.
Yeah, for sure.
And before we jump into it, I just want to just tell you, keep that. Don't shake that for nobody. The enemy is going to try to creep in at any time because he see what you're doing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In my research, I see you talk about faith. I see you talk about God. I see you talk about a positive foundation that you grew up on. And I just want you to remember that as you continue on your journey. So just keep on keeping on with what you got going on.
Yeah.
Let's just jump right into it. Demara, I read that growing up, entrepreneurship wasn't something that went on in your household. Both your mom and your dad were hardworking parents. Where did you get the passion to become a fashion designer?
I would definitely have to say it came from my grandma, which is my mom's mom. And she was like a stay-at-home mom, if you will. Like my granddad, he was in the military. He always like was, head of household. He always was a breadwinner. So my grandma really didn't need for nothing. So she just took up sewing or whatever, and she ended up like just making a bunch of different things for like family members and friends for like holidays and different, festivities and stuff like that. So she's always had that kind of like alpha woman spirit in her, and she always wanted her own, like even though she was already set, like she just wanted something to call her own. And she even started like an oil and incense business, and she was making money, like, so I was around it with her. But like as far as like my parents, like my dad had always had like a plant job, like he always made good money, but it was working for somebody else. And my mom was always used to working for like the school system, and she's like an EI now. She works with kids with special disabilities. So like my parents per se didn't give me like my entrepreneurial like drive and motivation. It was more so like my grandma, just because she knew like how to get it. Like she would even to this day, like my grandma would critique my sewing and like, no, you should do this, you should hem it this way. I'm like, grandma, you should make your own stuff. Like let me do me. But yeah, I would definitely say just that definitely came from my grandma. But even in a sense, like with my dad and my mom, like they're both hustlers. Like they get it. Even if it's like a 9-to-5 regular job, like they know how to make some money. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
it's like, and then how they brought me up is like, don't ever need a man for anything. Like if you want something, you go get it yourself. And if somebody offers it to you or somebody else gives it to you, that's a bonus, because you always gonna make sure you have it on your own end. So it's just been like, that's just been instilled in me since I was a little kid. Even like things such as like, I'll be like, Daddy, can I get this? He'd be like, save your money up and we'll go get it. So it's like, I've always had that type of like discipline in me, to where it's like, oh, I don't need nobody. I'm gonna get it myself. I'm gonna do it myself. So it's just like, I guess with my journey, that has helped me a lot, because it's just like, I don't take no for an answer. Like this don't work, I'm gonna get it another way. If that don't work, I'm gonna make things happen. And I don't really like give up or quit easily. So
love it. I read that you and your best friend, your business partner, your better half, like you just said, that's on the other side of this camera. You guys were in a real bad car accident that changed your perspective on life. You ladies put together a business plan of attack and a budget and made it happen. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, for sure. So I would show y'all her, but she's working hard right now. She don't want to be bothered. But yeah, so like you said, like we got in a horrible car accident, like total loss of my car. And we were like devastated. Like we were so confused. Like we had never been in, a situation like that. So we were just trying to figure out what we're gonna do and like how we're gonna, like we like, don't nobody want to talk to no girls who got casts on and we limping, we hurt up, like, what I'm saying? We was thinking about that, but we ended up, getting like our settlement checks and stuff like that. And of course it wasn't a huge amount, but the amount we did get, it was enough to, start our business with, you know what I'm saying? So we were literally like, it's either now or never. Like, it's no way God put us in this situation to come out alive and come out to be able to, grow from it and be healthy and have a second chance, you know what I'm saying? And us to waste it, like, that would just be stupid on, like, just, designer bags and designer clothes. Like, we was like, no, we finna start our business. We finna get it rolling. Even though it took us a while to get, like, the hang of things, getting the swing of things, but we definitely made it happen. Like I feel like still to this day, like that was one of the best decisions we ever made. Just like investing in ourselves right then, like, because I don't know when we would have started then. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like we probably would have still been pushing it off and being like, okay, in the next year or next 2 years. But after our backs were against the wall, it was like, okay, we got this opportunity. We need to run with it, and that's what we did.
Love it. Is this the other half right here beside you?
Yeah, that's my best friend, Kalisha.
What about, is this her as well right here?
Yep.
All right, so I just wanted to just throw it out there, being that she's behind the scenes. I just wanted to give her roses while she's working. So this is
yep,
this is
she's just as important as I am, for sure.
Listen, so boom, after the accident, you guys get the money to do what you guys have to do, and you guys launched the brand, which I would say out the gate was a high-end luxury who caught the eyes of Miss Quad, who's a part of Married to Medicine, Toya Wright, Regine Carter, to name a few. How did you connect with these people? And at the time, how big was this for you?
Just like being well connected, just, you know, networking and, you know, knowing, you know, different people in the fashion industry. And somebody who we, you know, cherish and is so dear to our heart is our friend Jeremy. He was actually the one to make it happen for us and actually, you know, style these women in our clothing. It was like, it was a huge moment for us because you got to think we both come from small cities. Like my best friend, she's from Nashville, Tennessee, Springfield area, and I'm from Augusta, Georgia. So like, it's really like real small town. So it's not really, you know what I'm saying, not a lot of buzz going on there. So it's like just for, you know, us small town girls to just get that recognition, like it was dope. It was like our city really was behind us with all of that. Just like the support, the shares, the comments, like it was a really dope time for us. Even still, like to this day, just having, you know, regular people, not even celebrities, just regular clients just tagging us and wearing our stuff. And like some people, like it was a young lady, she mentioned me on Twitter like 2 days ago. She was like, while I'm at this party and I see somebody in Mayor Millions clothing brand, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like, what are the odds of that? You know what I'm saying? So it's always dope just seeing people wearing it and just, you know what I'm saying, getting the love and the feedback that I want. It's like that's more than money. Like that, getting that feeling, that is like any amount of money couldn't even give me that, you know, excitement.
Love it, love it. Being that you are a young African-American female designer, does our culture affect your brand, or is culture embracing your company?
I definitely say the culture is like definitely beneficial for my brand, just because like we're our client, our I guess our clientele is more of like, you know, urban high fashion, if you will. Like, you know, you could, you know, it's day to night type wear for women, and then for men it's casual, like just everyday, like, you know, outfits. And hey, I see somebody speaking to me.
I see.
But yeah, I definitely feel like the culture and like the vibe and, you know, the trend and everything right now that we have going on, I feel like is very beneficial to my brand. Like anybody could wear it, honestly, white, black, or whoever, you know what I'm saying? If they got a sense of style, they can rock it.
They can rock it. Definitely. Yeah. I would agree on that, because you definitely have some fly gear. What do you think it is about your brand that draws attention? What is it about your swag or your style of designing that brings the people to you?
I definitely would say just the differences in like patterns and designs and stuff like that, just because we started out like just doing like, you know, typical boutique wear that, you know, 10 different other stores had. But once we started to tap in and like, hey, like we really thought about like, hey, we actually designers, we went to school for this, like we need to do what we went to school for, you know what I'm saying, instead of just wholesaling. So once we tapped into that, like it was like wildfire. Like people just was like, oh my God, I need this. Like we was selling out, like we was selling Jordans, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was crazy just seeing how people like reacted better to our actual brand and logo stuff more so than the, you know, wholesale stuff that we was doing before. And I feel like it was kind of a sign from God, because it's like, you know, what works for somebody else's store may not work for ours. And in that case, that's what it was, because you see Fashion Nova and you see these different companies, you know, wholesaling and stuff. And they're making money. They making, you know, a ton of money or whatever. And, you know, we try to tap in and do like a generic stuff, if you will. And it was just like people was buying, of course, but it wasn't to where we wanted, on the caliber that we wanted. And right when we like, I say when we dropped our sweatsuits last fall winter, it went crazy. Like we sold out. It was like dope. We was like, dang, like this is like, this ain't even like how we, like, this is not like our prime of designing. Like this is just something we just threw together and was like, all right, bet, let's get this manufactured, see how this go. And, you know, we could, you know, follow through with it. And it went crazy. So we was like, you know what, bet, that's what we're going to drop on our time. We're going to drop when we want. We're going to drop whatever, you know what I'm saying, what we feel like we want to design, not, you know, wholesaling or getting stuff and from, you know, these other vendors. Like we want to be able to show people from start to finish, like this is our beginning stage where we sketched it out, drew it up, like had these ideas,
Right.
how we going into production, how we getting it all manufactured, how it's getting
Right.
shipped, how it's all like you see the full like journey of it. And that's why people, I feel like, are attracted to my brand, just because I'm very transparent. I show people the bad, the good, the ups, the down, all of that, especially with my designing journey, because I have a lot of, you know, designing followers and like just young girls or even women in general. There is some women older than me and guys too that want to know like more about designing and fashion design and like the ins and out and, you know, like good manufacturers and vendors and stuff like that. So just me showing them like little tidbits and like little tips and stuff, and just showing how, you know, the process of how we design, like they love it. Like that's what they buy into, they feed into that, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like people more so, you know, like our brand. I was about to cuss, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you good.
That's why people more so like our brand, because we're very transparent and we show like this isn't like an Instagram gimmick boutique. Like we're actually trying to be a fashion powerhouse. We're showing y'all like y'all with us right now, so y'all gonna see the whole journey. Y'all gonna see us and help us come from where we are now and then get to the top. You know what I'm saying? So
and
I feel like people buying into that type of our testimony, if you will.
And that's funny that you tapped into that, because my next question was going to be, do you see what your company is doing to be impactful to young female and male designers?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely see that, because like some people that I even look up to, I don't really like using the word looking up to, because honestly, I mean, some people that I may admire or get inspo from now, I may be even bigger or better than them one day. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to just stop my potential at just seeing somebody else's success and saying like, oh, that's gonna be my cap. Like, no, the sky's the limit for me. So I definitely feel like this, you know, us giving you know, people just like an inside look on how things actually go down, and not just making it look as glamorous as everybody else does, because let's be real, like that's not how business is. Business has some real like lows. Like you'll be depressed, you can't eat, you can't sleep, you stressed out, you can't, man. And you see, I got my hips crazy. Like sometimes
I see.
you can't even you can't function, because it's like your business is the only thing that's on your mental. So just giving people like that sense of hope, like, yeah, I took a hit, I took a loss with this, but now you see I'm up now. Like it's not always gonna be down. It's ups and downs to business, but it's more ups and downs if you really, you know, consistent, if you really passionate about it. Like you're gonna have more wins than losses. And every time you take a loss, that's nothing but a lesson, in my opinion.
Love it. Is it? You said you and your partner went to 2 different schools for fashion. You ended up going to SCAD. You said, correct?
Mhm. Yep.
Let me ask this question: is it in your thought process? Is it possible to become a successful designer without going to school, or do you recommend going the traditional role to get the understanding of becoming a fashion designer?
I'm so glad you asked that. So, just being all the way real, of course, I even for my son, even because I'm pretty sure he's not gonna do fashion design, but any of my young followers watching right now, go to college. If you have that opportunity, please go. Just experience it. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't even know what you want to do yet, just go just to see how it is. But as a fashion designer with the experience that I have, my best friend actually graduated from AIU, but I didn't graduate from SCAD. I not stopped going, but like tuition got a little crazy. I was like, okay, good, you feel me?
Right.
Like tuition like 80 bands. I'm like, yo. So it was out of the budget for a little while. But I definitely say you could definitely be a successful designer without a lick of school, because I only took 2 years of classes, and that was just off the strength of just simple like general studies and like just, you know, learning fabric names and hem types and all that type of stuff. So it really wasn't like I was into my actual, you know, my my major courses. So, and I turned out pretty good. I mean, especially just, I wouldn't say I'm self-taught, well, kind of, because my grandma, you know, taught me the basics of like, you know, sewing pillowcases and stuff like that. But all of it is really the same, honestly. I say YouTube was my best friend. Like everything I wanted to know, everything I wanted to learn was on YouTube. And now I'm kind of, you know, paying it forward, and I, you know, post stuff on my YouTube channel too that I learned or that I do now, just to kind of give people like insight on how to do different things, especially people like are obsessed with these stacked jeans and stacked sweatpants that I do. So I did like a tutorial on that, and it got like over 600,000 views or something like that. So it's like, yeah, like people really be wanting to see like the process. So I'm like, okay, bet. Like I'm gonna get a bag for making them, and I'm gonna get a bag for showing you how to do them too. So it's lit.
Love it. My next question to you is: we got Deuce in the interview. How do you balance being a young mom and still dropping dope, creative content pieces that you've been dropping? How is it being a young mom and balancing the lifestyle that you live?
I definitely say it takes a village, honestly, because it's not. I can't even say I'm just doing it by myself, because my mom has been like truly just tremendous support of me. She in the comments too, y'all. If y'all see CPAP, she in the comments.
Shout out
commenting, but my mom. But my mom, even my best friend, like days that like, you know, she's free and I have to come in and do prom dresses or custom stuff, her and her mom, which is my second mom, she'll watch my son for me while he's up here with me. Even his dad is an amazing dad. Like, though we're not together, he's like one of the best men as far as like being a active dad in his life. Like Deuce couldn't even ask for a better dad, honestly. So he's always so, you know, supportive and helpful with me, and just like anything I need of him, like he's there for me. Like when you need me to get him, like make sure he get down here, I got him, all this and that. My grandparents, before the pandemic happened, of course, you know, he can't be near them right now, but like before then, like they would literally drive 2 hours and like, hey, we'll go shopping at TJ Maxx and Kanye, you just bring them 30 minutes, we'll drive the full way. Like legit, like my family is always there for me when I need them. Like even my dad too, like sometimes, you know, he still think he my age. He thinks he like around 25, 30. So when I can catch him and he can babysit, like my dad for sure. Even his grandma, which is his dad's mom, like she's an amazing grandmother. Like anything I need of her also. It truly takes a village. Like even my siblings, like I have three siblings. So I have a younger brother and then 4 siblings, and 3 sisters. And they'll take turns. Like when one of them is tired, the other one will watch him. And when that one is tired, the other one will watch him.
Love it.
My stepmom, like literally, I have a whole squad. I'm telling you, like we lit.
I love it. I love it.
Though it gets hard because everybody got their own life, but when I can catch them and when I need the help, they're there for me. So I couldn't ask for a better support system.
Shout out to the fathers. Father's Day is coming up.
Yes, Black dads matter.
That's right. We are here. We are in the building.
Black dads are active for sure.
We're not going nowhere. So I definitely love it. Shout out to Deuce again. I heard that you said one time that the naysayers would be the ones close to you, to pretty much kind of sway you away from what it is that you're trying to do. Speak a little bit on the truth of that.
You put me on the spot. Okay, but
hey, and listen,
okay, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it 2 Virgils, Dad. I don't know if you up on that. Kari put that on these the terminology, but I'm gonna keep it 2 Virgils.
Let's go.
But honestly, when we first started out, I'm gonna be completely honest. Our parents would, you know, my best friend's dad and her mom, and then my dad and my mom, they were like totally against us starting a business. They felt as though it was too much responsibility. We weren't ready. We were too young. We didn't have the means to do it at the time. They didn't know how they would help us. So they couldn't understand or grasp the fact that this is something that we were going to do. You know what I mean? So like, be it that they never had businesses, they never had the responsibility of one, and they never ran one, they couldn't, you know, give us insight on that. And you know, parents always want to be the one to guide you and help you and tell you how to do things and just make it easier on you. But in that particular situation, they had no idea. So they, in a sense, I would say they were kind of scared to even allow us to start, because they didn't know what kind of backlash would come from it, what kind of debt would come with it. Like they didn't know none of that. Like they didn't understand it. But at the time, you know, we eager, and me and my best friend, we're like hot and cold. So I'm always like the one that let's do it. We're gonna do this. I'm spontaneous. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. But she's the level-headed one. Sometimes she'll be like, all right, Mary, relax. Like, let's just take it back a second. Let's rethink it. But at that particular moment, she was like, let's do it. Forget it. And for her to say that in that moment, it was major. Like, I was like, nah, this guy, because she's never that easy. Like, I have to persuade her. Like, she is one that I have to persuade. Like, I'm so naive. Like, somebody can be like, okay, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. And my best friend like, oh no, we ain't gonna. I'm like, well, come on, let's give it a chance. She like, nope, we gonna wait a second. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But with that, she was all in, and from that moment forward, like, we've been balancing each other out. So say if I'm like gun ho and I'm just like, yeah, let's do this. She's the one that's like, all right, we're gonna think about it first, and then we're gonna come back to it. But if she know in her heart that it's a great idea and it's something that it's gonna be profitable or something that can really help us, she's all for it. Like, she'll trust me in that sense, and then I'll trust her. So it's like we kind of compromise. I feel like I tell people this all the time, like, we're soulmates in best friend form because we just get each other. She's the yin to my yang. Like, literally, you don't see her without seeing me. You know what I'm saying?
Love it.
And it's so crazy because people think, like, we've known each other our whole lives. Like, I met her when I moved to Atlanta, and we have, like, the strongest bond ever. Like, unbreakable, never argued, never fell out. Like, we get each other. Like, she's my sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, the day that we met, we instantly clicked, and we've been inseparable ever since. So,
love it. Yeah. And it's always good. You're seeing people in the comments saying balanced partners is a must. Great partnership is a must.
Oh my God.
I applaud.
She over here tearing up. She about to cry. I would show y'all her, like, this is my heart, y'all. She about to make me cry too, but like, literally, we've been through so much, and it's like,
y'all doing it.
Man,
and it's okay to show those emotions because it's fact, it's true. So
yeah, and she's not a crier at all. I'm the baby. I'm the emotional one. Like, I'm always the one that's like, oh my God, I'm gonna cry. But like right now, she's about to make me cry.
Wow. Now, listen. Tell her she can cry all she want. We love what you guys.
They say you can call you want. They love what we got going on.
We know what you guys doing, and it's a good thing. I heard you say one time, getting up at 5:45 in the morning, dropping Deuce off to the daycare, getting to work between 8 to 10 hours a day, go home and do it all over again was really interfering with the craft that you had, really making somebody else rich. What made you step out on faith to really quit your job, Damir, excuse me, I'm sorry.
I would say just like I take after my dad in that sense of being an alpha woman. Like, my mom is more timid and she's more like laid back. She doesn't really have a backbone. But with my dad, he's like, nah. He's like, nah, I ain't going for this. I ain't going for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like just me feeling like, you're not gonna tell me what I can and can't do. Like, I've never been good with authority. Not in a sense of being, I've never gotten in trouble as a kid or even in high school, middle school, none of that. But in the sense of just me being an alpha woman and just knowing, like, I'm always work for myself. I'm gonna do this on my own. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's always been my mentality. And having a 9-to-5 was just to supplement my business. It was never the end goal to keep working for someone. You know what I'm saying? It was always, the goal was always to work for myself. It was just a matter of when I was going to take that step and just leap off that bridge. Cause it's just like, there's never a perfect time. Like, there's never the time where it's like, okay, I got enough money, let me just stop now. At the time, I feel like I wasn't even financially where I needed to be, but at the moment, I was like, my back was against the wall. I was in a compromised situation where management and me weren't getting along. It was just this one manager in particular, and I'm like, Lord, if this doesn't, get better in the next few weeks, give me that sign that I need to go. Wow. And it was a situation that happened. And I'm like, bro, I'm a grown woman. Like, you're not finna stun me. You're not finna talk to me any kind of way. I'm not going for that, period. And I'm not going to be disrespectful, but don't disrespect me. You know what I'm saying? At the same time. And it's like, I have an actual talent. Like, I don't have to be here. I could really be making what I'm making here in 2 days, what my 2-week paycheck is. You feel me? So it's like, I don't even have to deal with this. You feel me? Like, it was just something that I enjoyed doing, but it was like, you know what? Forget it. And I'm so stubborn. I'll go without. Even if I don't care if I'm like just hurt, struggling. I don't care. Like, I'm gonna go without until I can figure out how to do it on my own. And that's what happened. It just so happened to be around like the time coming up against prom season. And I was like, I'm taking this opportunity. I'm running with it. I'm gonna make my money. I'm gonna figure it out on the way. But hey, and that's all it might sound cliche. but I love Fast and the Furious. And Vin Diesel always said he lived his life at a quarter mile of a time, because it's like,
Woo!
with your headlights, you only have about what, 30 feet or so in the range, like at night, you know what I'm saying? You only see that 30 feet. You don't see what's ahead of you at the time. So all you need is that 30 feet, and you can go from here to California with just that 30 feet. You know what I'm saying?
Love it.
So when you just, all you have is that 30 feet, and you have faith, and you just know what you're doing, you're gonna make a way for yourself. There's nothing you can't do. And that's what happened with me. I had no idea months ago I was going to be comfortable without a job for going on 7 or 8 months now. I had no idea. I had no idea. I just had faith. Like, literally, my faith was like this, y'all. Look at that. That's how small faith I had. And everything after that was history. Like, I've been straight.
I love it.
I'm telling you.
It's funny just hearing your story, and when I was doing my research yesterday for myself, made my year anniversary without working for nobody. And I did pretty much the same thing. I just was like, you know what? I'm out of here. You know what I mean? And I got up and literally deuces and been doing it all. Bye. Because I got something in me. Now, what they did for me was the battery was always in my back.
Period. That's I love that saying. I love it.
I just
put
needed
a
to
battery
charge
in my back.
It's always been there.
I'm going.
So I gotta go. It just needed to be charged up, and I love it. So yesterday made my year anniversary.
That's dope, man. Congrats. That's so dope.
Appreciate it. I got goosebumps right now, but it's
I know, like you hyping me. You hyping me.
Plantation. You got me? Now,
I feel it.
What was the feeling like when you transitioned from the living room to your studio, which, by the way, hold up, has marble floors? Damn.
Y'all, it's so crazy thinking back on that. Like, literally, me and my best friend would work out of my living room. Like, on some, I don't know if y'all familiar with Damon Johns, I think his last name is. Like he's on Shark Tank. Yeah, he was like, him and 4 of his homeboys was in this. They bought a old like rundown house. All of them was living in it, and they turned the living room into a sewing like factory or whatever. And they all learned how to sew. Like all of them learned how to sew, and that's how they built up FUBU. And that's how, like, that's the mentality I had for my business. Like, once we started putting out our own designs, we had to get with it, especially with like our manufacturer kind of flopping and messing us up, giving us hiccups along the way. And of course, we already know how to sew, but it was just like, we didn't want to have to deal with being the worker and the boss. But sometimes you got to put them roll them sleeves up, and you got to get shit done. You feel me? We was literally, that's like just having this like space now, just thinking back on it, like, it's an amazing what God did for us, because we had no idea we was getting a design studio right then. At that moment, like, it was just so, it was random, and I just so happened to come upon like a listing for, studio suites and stuff like that. And I was like, what? And it's this cheap? Like, it's unheard of. And I ended up coming to visit them and stuff. And I was like, bro, this is so dope. And I called my best friend, like, just hype, like, bitch, we finna get a studio. Like, it's only this amount of money. Like, we finna be lit. And she was like, how are we gonna do it, Mary? I'm like, I don't know. I don't care. We gonna do it. We gonna get it. We'll make a way. Like, how we make a way to pay our other bills, we'll make a way to pay this rent. And it's so crazy. We haven't had to come out of our pocket much at all since we had it. Like, just off the strength of our business running has been the upkeep of our studio. And that's a blessing in itself. If you're a business owner, you know how hard it can get, like, with finances and just paying for things and just packaging everything. Like, just being able to just run off the strength of your business, man, this has been amazing for us, for sure. Like, this, man, I'm trying to tell you.
It's a beautiful journey. Like, I wish I captured some pictures of your living room, because you actually went from hardwood floors to marble floors. And
like, literally, if anybody watching this live, remember, they would see me sewing and cutting on my floor. Like, people always say, you need a sewing table. I'm like, nah, in due time, I'll get it. Right now, I'm on the floor. I'm getting out the mud. I'm grinding it out. That $140 or whatever, how much the table was, I could spend that on fabric and flip that. You know what I'm saying? So forget the table. I'll get the table. That's gonna come. But right now, I'm grinding it out. I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Love it, love it, love it, love it. What is your strategy to get people from liking your posts that you have on social media to actually wanting to wear what I call artwork? What is your strategy?
I would say my strategy is just building the anticipation, like just letting people know, like once it's sold out, once it's sold out, like literally that's what gets people wanting to even have it when they know it's limited and they won't be able to get it. This is the drop date and it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like literally the drop that we just had when we had our first 5K in 24-hour day. Whew, that
What?
feeling was amazing. It was crazy. We was lit. We was screaming, crying. Like I was like, "What?" Deuce was looking at us like, "What is going on?"
Right.
But
Ching,
literally,
ching.
just people seeing like, can I finish or no? Can I? I'm gonna finish right fast. But just seeing like other people buying and just showing their like confirmation emails made other people like, "Oh, let me go cop this. Like I need this. Like this lit." You know what I'm saying? Then just us just showing like the behind the scenes of like the photo shoots and like actual guys in the stuff and women in the stuff. Like they like, "Oh, they look good and I could wear that or I need that." You know what I'm saying? Even us
Right.
is modeling it. And I ain't gonna toot our own horn, but we ain't no bad looking girls. You feel
Toot
me?
it.
So it's
Toot
like
it.
it's like when we wear something, like we put that on, we put it
Right.
on for sure. You know what I'm saying? So
Love
it's like people be like, "Oh, I want that, I want that, I want to wear that," and then it'll be so crazy. Like people will be tagging celebrities like, "Oh, you need this," and it's been, you know, a few times celebrities been in my DM like, "Sis, I need this. Like when you dropping this, you know what I'm saying?" So it's just a matter of just getting the people hype and getting the people amped for drops to come.
Love it, love it, love it. What are some pivotal projects that you worked on where you had to hold your composure, right? Where it's like, oh my God, I'm actually putting this dress together for whoever, or this suit for whoever, or this jacket for whoever. What was a pivotal project in your career that had you like shook?
Can I name a few? Is that
Go
okay?
ahead,
Or you only get one?
do your thing.
Okay, I say the very first one was Toya, of course. Like
Okay,
that was crazy, but of course that was like our boutique type stuff. It wasn't like our actual designs. But the first one that went like just stupid, I was shaking. It was a particular moment when Young Miami from the City Girls, you know, they were hot. Like that last
right.
summer, they were just on fire. So just seeing her wear our stuff and like it was so funny that Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, here you go. Okay. But just seeing somebody had sent to me like the night before, she was like excited on her live. She was like, "Y'all, I'm finna wear a pink outfit tomorrow. I got my pink hair, like I'm finna be bomb, blah, blah, blah." And then the next day, like it was like midnight because she did a concert at Georgia Southern or whatever. And like people were like blowing my phone up, tagging me, commenting, calling, texting. And mind you, I was there to the world sleep. Like it was
Wow.
random when it happened. So I woke up the next morning, probably like I woke up around like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. And I was like, "Yo, she wore our stuff." I was lit. I was geeked up. My best friend called me like, "Bitch, I've been trying to get you to wake up. Like, she been wearing stuff." So it was like stupid crazy lit. And then another moment was just you know, just here recently having Queen Naja wanted me to style and design for her. That was amazing. And she's just like the sweetest girl ever, and just having her just seeing me what I've been seeing in myself and her wanting to showcase my work and wear my designs, like it was just like a surreal feeling because it's like you want to wear my stuff, like you
Right.
can buy so much designer stuff. Not saying that I'm not designer because I am, our stuff is designer,
It
but
is.
like just like the high end stuff, like you could wear anything, but you want to wear my stuff in your photo shoots and like your video shoots. Like it was just a crazy dope feeling. And then another situation was with Young Blue, and he's like the coolest guy ever.
Woo,
Like
right.
he I ended up like designing some pants for him, and like he's so cool. Like he hit me like a while ago, like I need 10 pair of pants. I do whatever you want with them, like colors, whatever you want, just go crazy. And I was like, dang, like people really like, you know, they mess with my
They
work.
on
And I'm
it.
like, man,
They on
that's
it.
crazy. Like those were definitely like some memorable moments that I had that really made me like, you know what I'm saying, thank you God. Like what did I do to deserve it? I don't know. And you know, I done stayed down for so long, and you giving this to me now.
That's it.
Like
Love it.
I was like, thank you, Lord. I ain't questioning it at all. I'm
Right.
appreciative.
Love it. Love it. And thank God for those pivotal moments. Shout out to everybody that you just named for even giving you that opportunity.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see the next 10 to 15 pivotal moments that's gonna be like, oh my God, like it's gonna be huge. Like I could see
Yeah.
Beyonce wearing this stuff. That's
Man,
what that's
speak it.
that's what we gonna that's what we gonna do. What is
Speak
your work
it.
ethic? What is your work ethic and in the studio? What's the vibe? Do you sketch? Do you draw your ideas out? drape fabrics on mannequins. Break down your start to finish when creating an idea.
Okay, so I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Me and my best friend can't draw at all. We can do a little something, but you know what I'm saying? We get inspo pictures, we make mood boards, you know, we do things like that to kind of like draw on our inspiration. And we, you know, drape fabric, we just cut it out. Like even with our patterns, sometimes we don't even draw the patterns out. We'll just eyeball it, and just, you know, kind of go from there and just figure it out and just see how things fit, and just, you know, grading the patterns down and see how we like it. So it's really just off the strength of us being experienced and knowing what we're doing per se. But like we don't too much plan out of anything, because I told you I'm real spontaneous. Like I see something like, okay, I'm gonna study this and I'm gonna just go and make it. You know what I'm saying? So it's never really like a certain process that we, you know, go through each time. That's like the, you know, the, I guess the process of how we do things. It just all depends on what it is and what we're doing, honestly.
Love it, love it, love it. For a young designing entrepreneur, or someone that has been holding on to this dream of wanting to design, and they have no idea how much money you can make yearly doing this, right? So how much money can someone make a year designing clothes? Like, you know how you hear a doctor makes this amount of money, a lawyer makes this amount of money, a pilot makes this amount of money. You designing clothes. You quit your job about 7 months ago. Yearly, how much money can someone make yearly doing this?
I've seen people make like $30,000 months. I've seen people make $1 million months. You know what I'm saying?
$30,000 months?
Month.
Wow.
Yes.
What, $1
Yes,
million
it is very much capable. Yes, it's very much capable. Just off the strength of just building up your clientele, being consistent, and actually having quality work. Like, it's there. The money is there. The potential is there. You just got to go and get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just anybody, like, I feel like before, you know, social media, like, of course, parents were like, okay, you're not going to make no money doing this. You need to be a lawyer. You need to be a doctor. You need to, you know, do something that you know you're going to always make money. But at the same time, with the day and age that we're in right now, people make a killing off of DIY stuff like soaps and lip glosses, clothing, literally the list goes on. Like, this entrepreneurship now has been like booming lately, like just in the last couple of years, because people are tapping into stuff that they like. Like, hell, if you know you've been using a certain product and you like, maybe I should make my own, and you make your own, you promoting it, you know what I'm saying, you really being consistent with it, it could sell, especially if you're showing people how it works and showing people that, you know what I'm saying, this is how it worked for me, and this is how I use it, and I made this and it's handmade. Like, people love buying into Black businesses just off the strength of saying, like, I got this from such and such, or I got this from, and it's not being like a big corporation type business. Like, being able to say, I supported my own, I supported Black business, and I can't say that, you know, like it's been bad for me and it's been backlash, because of course you're not gonna please everybody, but for the most part, I love like our clientele and our customers, and though everybody isn't Black, just our Black clientele in this day and age, like, have been very supportive of our business, and I'm so grateful of that. And they've all been patient, like even with our ordeal just recently with just, you know, dealing with, you know, COVID-19 and our manufacturers being in China, and, you know, we're not being able to get fabrics on time, and we're not being able to ship stuff off in a timely manner because we're waiting on one or two things from this manufacturer in China and this manufacturer over in Bali, or this manufacturer in Pakistan. Like, it's just been so much like just, I guess, bumps in the road and trying to get these, you know, designs and stuff pushed out. But like, all of our clients been very like just, you know, comforting and just letting us know, like, you know, of course they'll email and ask us what's going on, of course, but we'll let them know and like thank them and tell them, like, you know, we appreciate you guys for being patient. And then that's it. Like, all I would say people of color or Black people want is just confirmation and communication. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just go, you know, a month without shipping out something and not telling nobody nothing. Like, people want to know where their stuff is. So just, you know, just definitely communicating that and letting them know, like, you know, I truly apologize for, you know, the things that's going on. Of course, I can't just put the blame on manufacturer because they have nothing to do with it. It's my face, it's my brand. Like, we have to take what comes with that. So, so all we could do is, you know, is apologize for it and just, you know, say, hey, here's 15 or 20% off your next purchase. But just thank you for even supporting us this one time. We, you know, it might not have been the best experience shipping wise, but we appreciate you coming to us and actually shopping with us and supporting our dream. You know what I'm saying? So just definitely, you know, communicating.
Yeah, love it. I heard you say while I was doing my research, and it wasn't in frustration.
Wait, I'm a pause you there, because when you say doing your research, I feel lit. I feel important. Like, oh, you doing research on me. You doing your thing. I feel it.
Listen, when doing my research, you mentioned that you guys had a hiccup with one of your manufacturers, and it was like, I think you guys had to get this merch out within 24 hours, and you guys went hemming and sewing and stitching everything that you guys had to do. So I mean, I appreciate your honesty, because what you talked about right now, I see
it's real
in your history. So
yeah. So yeah, just like, and that manufacturer in particular was here in Atlanta. So mind you, we thinking we all good. We that's what I'm saying. We picking up the stuff. We like, okay, we good. We're gonna ship out this day. Man, we open the bag. We like, bro, these ain't even finished. Like, what? And people literally, we telling people this is the ship date. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting shipped out this day, because the manufacturer like, hey, pickup day is this day. So we like, okay, bet. We email everybody, this is the ship day. Your stuff is getting shipped out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, it was probably 12 noon that day. I picked up the merchandise from our manufacturer or whatever. So I paid the lady and all that. So I'm like, all right, bet, we finna just go and package them up. So I'm calling Felicia, hey girl, I got the stuff. I'm about to go to the well, at the time we was in my living room. So I'm about to go home.
Hold that thought. Instagram is counting us down. Let's do this so we can, because I want to hear the story. Let's jump out and jump back in. Everybody that's in this room, please come back to hear the rest of the interview. We're not going to be on too long after this.
Yeah.
So let's jump out and jump right back in.
Okay. All right. But yeah, so pretty much we looked in the bag. I was like, bro, the outfits are not finished. Like, we need to ship these out. Mind you, it was a Christmas style look. So of course people wanted to wear it for Christmas parties and all this and that. So literally we did what we had to do. We literally, you know, took whatever we needed. She brought her machine over to my house. We was just literally, here you go, baby. There's something in there. We literally just got the outfits done. We had been working for like 10 plus hours, 12 hours in my living room. Like, I think we stopped to get food once, and then after that we had to get back to work. Man, it was crazy, and it was such a detrimental moment in our career, but I feel like it was needed, just because it was like, we need the good with the bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, though we did good in sales with that, like, we needed that to kind of humble us, to let us know, like, you got to always have backup plans. You got to always plan for things to happen. And even though you feel like, you know, things are going good and stuff like that, you just got to plan accordingly for anything to happen. Like, you have to have room for error. You can't just think everything is going to go perfect every time. And that's what we thought, you know what I'm saying? So just us, that made us more cautious for the next time we get something manufactured. Like, hey, we need a 2-day notice before we ship stuff out. We need to, inspect it. We need to make sure everything looking good first. Then we'll go through with payment and all that. Because Shorty bugged out. Like, she got the money and was like, forget it. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, that was a lesson learned.
I have to commend you on that, because when I heard the way you were talking, you kept it professional, but you really was just giving someone the story in regards to exactly what it takes for you to be a boss and hire somebody else and then have to go behind that person to get the job done. I was super pumped to hear that.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like, literally, you can't trust nobody. Even count your bills after they come out the ATM. Like, don't trust nobody.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little bit. We're not gonna stay too long, but it's Muse and Melrose, right?
Muse and Melrose, yep.
Muse and Melrose. The definition of muse is a person, especially a woman, who is a source of artistic inspiration. Where did this name come from? Like, where did you think to just say Muse and Melrose?
So it was definitely a collaborative effort between me and my best friend. And of course, we came from, a retail background, and of course, given, a luxury type of shopping field, we were personal shoppers and personal stylists and stuff. So of course we wanted a brand that kind of represented us in that aspect. And you know, we're girly girls. We love dressing up in heels. We rarely ever wear sneakers. Well, now we wear hella sneakers now and slides now, but like when we dress up and we go out, we step out. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely wanted, you know, our muse or our clients to feel as though like our stuff is made especially for them. Like when you put it on, you feel like, oh yeah, this was made for me, baby. Like I look good. Like they made this for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And then
right,
Melrose comes from Melrose Avenue in LA. Like we've always dreamed and said like we're gonna have our warehouse and our office space in LA. Like we're gonna be out there. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be doing it up. And of course, if you know anything about LA, you know, LA is like real, like high end, you know, all
right.
the most beautiful people, the richest people, the most wealthiest people live in LA. You know what I'm saying? So we wanted to give that high class shopping feel with just like an in-home experience. So, you know, when, you know, you order something offline, sometimes you forget. And when you, once you get it, you like, oh, I got to give, you know what I'm saying? You unwrap it
Right.
and you get it open and you just notice how like the packaging is like just dope, and like the branding is nice. You got like the logo tissue paper, you get personalized notes, like just
Wow.
thinking how can we make a shopping experience how we give in store when we were working in retail, how can we give that at home, and just
Love it.
showing people like we pay attention to detail, like we pay attention to quality, and we want you to feel as though like you're shopping at Gucci or you shopping at Louis Vuitton. Because what do they do at Louis and Gucci and Louis Vuitton? They wrap your items, they, you know, make
Right,
sure it's real nice, they write you little personalized letters,
right,
and
right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying, they take initiative and they think about stuff like that to give you like quality and show you that we appreciate you. Even though we get thousands of people that come in here and we have to write 1,000 notes, we gonna do just that. But we want you to know this package was especially for you, this was wrapped and made just for you, and we appreciate your support.
Love it, love it, love it. And it's funny because my definition of, the definition of muse, I told you that, but when I was doing my research, I could only imagine, or my assumption for the Melrose was that you wanted your company to actually be on Melrose Avenue. So
Yep.
it's crazy how we connected on that, and that's such a beautiful story. I'm about to put a picture up. This is an icebreaker that I'm getting ready to share,
Oh
and
Lord.
this is just an icebreaker because at 25 years old, I'm trying to think how and where does this group of people fit into the equation, and you are dead. You are dead. Like, who are these guys I'm looking at? Who are these guys?
Those are the hot boys, baby. Don't play with them.
Look, you got Lil Wayne, Turk,
The
Easy,
hot boys, the
Juvenile.
hot boys.
Like,
Yes,
like,
yes.
I don't even think this is your genre. Like, how do you
That's
fit them
my.
into your life?
Hey. Wait a minute. Hey now, say now. I might be a youngin', but I got an old soul.
I love it. I love it.
But
I love it. I love it. I love it. I just wanted to drop that in as an icebreaker. I'm about to post a,
if you know me, you know I love the hot boys, man.
right. I
That's
be
my
in all
boys.
black
Wayne is.
sometimes.
Oh,
I got be jumping out of trees and camouflage.
we about to be lit out here. We about to be lit.
I'm with you. I'm about to post a picture up, and I want you to just explain the feeling when you see this picture, okay?
Okay. Oh, I'm about to cry.
Break it down to me, sweetheart. It's okay. Break it down.
Well, in that moment, like, I felt like, you know, things can happen out of no way. You know what I mean? Like, I had no idea how I was going to be able to get this, you know, $900 sewing machine, but I knew like I needed it. I knew it was going to take our brand and everything to the next level, be it with, you know, the quality that we give and just the efficiency and the quickness of, you know, just working on things with it. And I used it in school. My best friend used it when she was at school, you know what I'm saying? So it definitely makes a difference from a home machine. And like just in that moment, with me being able to purchase that machine, like it was like I was on cloud nine, and it felt like everything was coming together for a reason, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, shortly after that I ended up getting my sewing studio, and I told you I had no idea how I was going to do any of it, and it just just so happened God made a way, you know what I mean? And just having my son there with me and him witnessing me like make a big purchase like that, like it was really like it was really a dope time in my life, because it's just like I'm showing y'all, like I don't come from no rich parents. I don't have no rich boyfriend. I don't have no sugar daddy, no nothing. Like literally everything I do, I grind for it. I work my ass off for everything. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
just like being able to, you know, purchase that, and like me just walking in the store and the lady like, you know, it's $900, and I'm like, yeah, I know, like
Let's go.
I'm
Let's
getting
go.
it. Let's bring it up. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
just being able to do that with confidence, man, like that was an amazing moment in my life, and I will always remember that. Like I will always remember me buying this machine, and I'm actually working with it right now. Like that's so crazy, but like literally, that is like one of the best moments of my life, aside from having my son and getting my studio and just owning a business. Like that day, it showed me like God has a plan for me. Like He has a plan for me. He made a way for that to happen. It's a plan, and it's a part of my journey. And this sewing machine is gonna take me everywhere I need to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have 20 more of them. You feel me? Like I'm gonna have a warehouse full of them.
I love it. When I in the notes you said that like my son is experienced by my first one, but just know that it's gonna be 20 more to come after this. So when I saw this
Yep.
picture, I could connect with you. I'm a young father. My firstborn, I was 16 years old. I'm 38 years old, and I was
Wow.
16 when I had him. And just your courage and your drive to live your dream while having your son at an early age. I wish I had that back then. I'm just
Yeah.
now waking up. So when I saw this picture, I don't even really know you like that, but I'm proud of you. You
I
understand what I'm saying?
appreciate
And
it. I appreciate it so
like I
much,
said,
man.
I want you to continue no matter what it is that you're doing. Continue, and I love this picture, so I wanted to share it. Didn't mean to make you cry, but
Yeah,
I
no,
love
like it
it.
came out the blue, man. I'm a real gangster. I'm a hot girl. You feel me? Like,
Right, you went from the hot boys and went like
man,
you crying. So I love it.
man,
I love it.
and it happened just like that. I was like, oh my god, no, no.
I love it. I love it. Let me ask you this question: if you can rob the cemetery for a piece of genius, who would you rob, and what would you take from them?
A piece of genius.
Piece of genius from the cemetery. Who would
From the
you rob,
cemetery.
and what would you take from them?
Damn it, man. Uh, whew.
It could be anybody.
Dang, that's a good question. Dang, dang, dang.
Yeah.
Dang, dang, dang. Let me see. The cemetery. Dang, that's a lot of. That could be anybody, though, right?
It could be
Like,
anybody. It could be. It don't have to be someone you know. It could be anybody.
rob the cemetery for some genius. Um, okay, let me think. Put my thinking cap on. Okay, I have somebody in mind, but
Bring
I
them
don't
up.
really know.
Throw it out there. Throw it out there.
Okay, I was gonna say, dang, I forgot. I can't really think of the lady's name right now. I
Okay.
think it's
Okay.
Ida Wild or something like that. She was
Okay.
one of the first black female fashion designers. She
Okay.
actually designed the silhouette for the Playboy like design or whatever that they still use to this day.
Right.
She was the
Love
one
it.
who designed that. I would definitely want to, you know, get her genius and just, you know, sharpen my iron and just, you know, get the expertise and the, you know, the experience she had and actually use that to help benefit my brand, be it to make, you know, clothing fit more perfectly on, you know, my muse or my silhouette, and making, you know, things look, you know, better finishings, and you know how she made her money, because back then, like, I think she had like 2 or 3 design studios, and as a black woman
Wow.
back then, that's crazy. That's unheard of,
Right.
to even own a building, you know what I'm saying? So just having, you know, just getting her work ethic and like just her mindset about things and how she went about, you know, becoming, you know, a successful Black fashion designer, honestly.
Love it, love it, love it. If when you hear, I have a quote, and I don't know if you did your research by looking just to make sure that who's this guy trying to interview me, but I got a quote, and I just actually started a streetwear T-shirt quote line, and the quote that I put out, it says, "Create your own foundation, or forever live on the plantation." Right? Create your own foundation, or forever live on the plantation. Demira, when you hear that quote, what do you get from that?
Be your own boss, but get bossed on.
Ooh, love it.
It's some
Be your
people,
own
it's some
boss.
people, it's some people, you know, that eat at the table, and it's some people that get ate at the table. You know, you pick which one. You feel me? You either gonna get with it, or you gonna get lost. In my opinion.
Love it, love it, love it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open the floor to any questions that anyone may have. If you guys want to drop them in the question box, let's go. I don't want to hold her up too
Let's
long.
get it.
It's working, but she's open for some questions. So if anyone wants to
Let's
ask some
do it.
questions, let's go. So you could drop them in the comment box or the question mark box, and we can go ahead and get these questions popping.
I'm with it. I got time today. What people say when they clap back, I got time today.
Let's see what we let's go.
They ain't got no questions, man. They playing.
They ain't got no
don't want to know
questions.
nothing.
They coming. They think
They
like
playing. They don't want them.
25. You got someone saying, "Do it, friend." Let's see. Hold on, here go. Let's see what they got. Hold up.
I haven't even been reading the comments because I know I get like I'm like I got a short attention span. I'm like squirrel. So I'm like, if I read it now, I'm gonna just forget what I'm talking about and it'll just be all over the place.
Right.
So I'm gonna go back and read the comments.
Boom. We got a question.
Got a
Hold
question?
up. Oh, we got two. Okay, so boom. What is your next step for your business?
You gotta make everything about him. He is my kid. Like, that's crazy. Okay, I'm sorry. You can have it. You can have it, baby. Okay. So I definitely feel like our next step in our business is to just you gonna let me finish? It's to just I would say branch out and keep growing. We have a few goals set that I don't want to really speak on too much because I wanted to kind of come to pass and come you know in a peer and you know what I'm saying come to form, but we definitely want to expand more. We want to give more knowledge to people. We want to you know help different you know entrepreneurs, be it in the fashion industry, in the fashion business. So just you know kind of widen our variety of expertise and you know actually you know making different sources of income for ourselves and just keeping it within what we're already doing, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
definitely you know just expanding, just keeping on pushing, trying to get bigger, trying to grow, you know what I'm saying?
Love it, love it, love it. We got another question, and that question is in the comments. It says, do you do your own marketing?
Yes, I do my own marketing. We did have what's wrong? You want to watch YouTube? I think it's on your tablet here too, though. Yeah, but you'll get it in a second. But yeah, so definitely just doing my own marketing. It is tough at times because it's like, I don't feel like posting on social media. I don't feel like being on Instagram today. But it's like, you know, you got to suck it up. You got to do it. So if I'm not promoting on our actual business page, I'm always posting on my story and on my actual like personal TL, like just showing people, oh, look what we just got in. Look at what's about to drop. Look what we working on. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping the people like, you know, guessing and wanting more and just, you know, like, oh, when is dropping? When is this? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I kind of, you know, do our marketing. And then, of course, Kalisha does, you know, her promoting on her end and stuff like that. So we don't really have like a marketing strategy per se. We
Right.
just kind of post our journey. You know what I'm saying? It could be better. It could be a lot better. Honestly, I definitely could say that. But at the moment right now, how we're going is it's working for us. So of course, when we get a little bigger and we, you know, we get a little broader and we're growing exponentially every day. So it's like, it's definitely been time for like our marketing person to get back into it. But it's like right now we want to make sure we're not biting off more than we can chew, and actually can be able to handle another expense on top of everything else that we got going on. So yes, I do my own marketing, and it's the cheapest way, but it's effective.
And it definitely is. You got another question here. What artist would you love to dress or design for?
Of course, Beyonce. But I would love to I would love for us to design for like Nicki, Sweetie, who else? I had a little list. Oh, Light Skin Keisha, Miss Mulatto. I think that Miss Mulatto, yeah. Gunna, Young Thug, we could do them some old wavy stuff, you feel me? Lil Baby, of course, you know his drip going crazy. Yeah. Lil Key, maybe. What other artists? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Literally anybody with a big enough platform and somebody that can really take us through there, get sales from it, you know, give us some profit in the end. Like, I'm willing to work with any and everybody. I'm not picky in hell. All our clients right now are our celebrities, honestly. They promote for us daily. They always rocking our stuff, you know what I'm saying? So it don't even have to be a big name celebrity, honestly. Like, I'm grateful for anybody that supports us, because y'all don't even know, like, that takes us like a mile from where we already was at, you know what I'm saying? So just support in general from everybody, honestly.
Love it. I'm gonna put it up. If you have any more questions, guys, just drop it in. We're not gonna hold Deuce up too long. He got to go to work.
Man, he's trying to get on this YouTube, man.
I know that's right. Here we go. It says hold on, boom. Let's see if we get the whole thing. Hold on.
Yeah.
During this time, it's important to invest in Black businesses. What is your information if someone would like to donate or invest in your business?
Oh, definitely. We're always open to it. Like, we're like in the midst of, I wouldn't say actively looking for investors, but we definitely are open to, you know, having investors come in and, you know what I'm saying, being like that silent partner and not having so much creative ability, because we got that. We just need the funding to get to the next level. But we're definitely open to investors. I guess you could email the email in my bio, or the one in our business Instagram bio. It's info.musemelrose@gmail.com. Let me put it right there.
Yeah, put it and I'll pin it.
Okay. And like, people are, especially y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it a buck. It be so many guys in our DM like, let me invest, like, let me do this and that. And it's like, boy, put your money where your mouth is. Like, no, I don't want to talk. Like, let me see the coin first. You feel me? Like, don't tell me what you gonna do. Do it. Let me know. Surprise me. Be like, what's your cash at? Tell me it's real. But no, for sure, we're definitely interested in having investors and stuff, just to try to get us to the next level of our business and keep this show rolling.
Love it. I'm gonna open up the floor to you. If no one else has any questions, if you have questions, drop it in the comments or in the question mark box. I'm gonna use this going forward. You said something on one of your platforms, and you was like, "Yo, I'm gonna just give a little hint of inspiration." So I want to open up the floor to you to give your hint of inspiration to whoever's listening now, for those that are gonna come and watch this after this. What inspiration would you like to leave on the people?
The inspiration I would like to leave is to, you know, always put your best foot forward and don't get discouraged. Even when things get hard and you feel like you have no way, like, keep your faith in God, keep manifesting, keep praying, meditate, find your inner peace, and actually just be consistent. Even though when you just dog tired and you just don't want to do it, you just tired, you don't see no results, just even if you just have that 1 ounce of faith, I promise you that will make more of a difference than just quitting, because you'll have more regret not doing something than, you know, trying it and failing at it. And like what Michael Jordan said, you'll or Kobe, I think, but you'll miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. You know what I'm saying? So just, you know, always just, you know, taking a stab at it, regardless if you feel like it's gonna work or it's not gonna work. Just do it and say you did it rather than regret not doing it at all. So
love it. You guys heard it. That was the hint of inspiration, which started today. Boom, boom, boom from
Dropping a little
Amira.
gem.
I love it. I love it. I love it. If you guys don't have any more questions, we could go ahead and let her get back to work. She is definitely someone busy. Like I said, one of the hottest designers, young
And
African American.
might I add, y'all, I am designing his daughter's prom dress. Like
Who?
literally. Yes, I'm designing
Who?
your daughter, Kari.
Oh yeah, my daughter. You right.
Yeah,
You right.
yeah.
Listen,
You forgot the
you,
most important thing.
right. I do apologize. And that's what
Kari just joined. Kari just joined.
that's actually what drew me to you. And my wife kept saying, "Yo, this young black girl has a black lady has a story, and you might need to just follow up." And this month
And
is
I love
already
your wife and your daughter. Oh my God, they're
appreciate
so sweet, so sweet.
appreciate it, and they seem to love you because your name is always ringing through here. I hear the dress, I hear this, I hear that. So you always are in here listening to yes, and her dress is beautiful. It
Aw,
definitely
thank
is.
you.
So thank you for joining. You got I love you. You got hey, or Kari saying hey. Listen, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to jump in on the Cashing and Dreams podcast. My motto is to create your own foundation or forever live on the plantation. You heard what she said.
I need
Her
a
thoughts
shirt.
on that
I need a
is
shirt. I need a shirt.
we gonna make it happen. We're gonna make
Yeah,
that happen to get it to you. Listen,
right.
you said boss up or be bossed on was your definition.
Period.
I
Boss
love it.
up or be bossed on.
I love it. So what we got to do is we got to make it happen for you to get a shirt, and vice versa. I need one of those Muse
I'm
and
telling you,
Melrose.
I feel like this black is your color. So you feel me? Like let's do a barter trade. You
Let's
feel me?
do
Like
it.
what's up?
Listen, I'm actually going to pick up a package tomorrow. So what's your size?
I'm a small, okay, but you can do me an extra small because
We're gonna make that happen, and we're gonna get that to you. So listen,
sure.
you guys go follow her page. The inspiration is there. I promise you. She motivated me in this create your own foundation or forever live on your plantation. Like I see the sweatsuits, I see the short sets, I see the ladies shorts, I see it all what we could do with this. So, and it was because of watching and doing my research on you that I'm going to continue on with this outside of just t-shirts. And I'm going to continue to watch you, and I might be in your DM saying, "Hey, what do you think about putting this on a podcast?"
Yeah, no, for sure. Like that's what I want people to be comfortable with, coming to me and asking me about advice and just, you know what I'm saying, showing me that hunger, because of course I don't entertain a lot of people that come to my DM like, "Hey, what's your vendor? What's your manufacturer?" Because it's like, no, you didn't put the work in to actually,
right,
do your research and actually try to figure it out. You wasn't up late at night. You wasn't trying to contact different people. You wasn't spending money on samples and all this and that, and you not showing me that you want it. But if you
right,
really like, man, I done spent $500, I done spent $100, I done spent $200, and all these manufacturers are trash. Can you just help me? Just guide me. Just show me something. And that's the type of person I'm willing to help. Those are the type of people that I'm all in for. Like, I literally stay up with you and keep texting you, keep whoever it is, like whatever you need from me, and I have the knowledge and I have the means to, I'm willing to do any and everything for you and to help you get to where you want your business to be or get where you want your clothing brand to be. But people that just want stuff given to them and putting a price on information, like, nah, that's not me. Like, I'm with people that are passionate about what I'm passionate about. Those are the type of people that I enjoy helping. But yeah, I'm with it, man. We finna get you straight. I'm finna give you some gems after we get off this call too, and you finna take off with these shirts. I'm telling you.
Let's do
I'm
it.
telling you.
And I appreciate you. You said 7 months. You're in no, not working for nobody, doing your own thing.
Nobody.
I'm at a year, September 15th for you to be exact.
Yes. Yes.
That's right, right?
Yes. And it's so crazy. A month before that, I was posted like, man, this 9-to-5 stuff ain't for me. And then a month after that, God was like, all right, bet. But yeah. Yeah. Oh wait, I think you're going out a little bit. A little bit. Yeah. Nah, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
All right.
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
You did some magic. You did some magic. Okay. So I'm gonna just give you a quick gem, right? So
Okay.
the manager, the owner of the company, I used to work at a bill collecting agency before I left out of there. The system had went down, right? And he comes out onto the floor. And when he comes out onto the floor, he has a bag of candy. And he's giving everybody candy to shut them up, basically on the floor, because the system went down, right? Everybody started talking about power and all this kind of crazy stuff. And I see him shutting people up with this candy.
Right.
So he gets to me, and when he gets to me, he says, "What piece of candy would you like?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good. I don't want any candy," right? I said, "But I do have a question for you." He said, "What's that question?" I said, "How old were you when you made your first $1 million?" And he looked at me, Demira, like, "How dare you ask me that question? We're not peers. You are beneath me." That's the look he gave me, right? He went to the next person. I remember it like it was yesterday. She took a Twix out the bag, and he came back to me. And he said, 35 years old. I said, "You was 35 when you made your first millions?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "How old were you when you made your second?" He said, 37. I said, "It took you 35 years to make your first, 2 years later to make your second. What is your formula?" And you know what he said? He said, "Start now and don't stop. Start now and don't stop." And I want to say maybe 10 days later, I was out of there. I was out of there. So I want to tell you, you already started. Do not stop. No matter the storms that may come, the rain, the hate, whatever may come your way, I want you to keep on this path. And I promise you, people say that the sky is the limit. The sky can't be the limit if there's footprints on the moon. Remember that. Remember that, okay?
Like that.
So cash in your dreams. Everybody, let me just make sure no more questions was in here. Nope. Okay, yep. Cash in your dreams, and I appreciate you. You guys can continue to go back and watch the first episode and this one if you miss it. Love you. Love what you guys are doing. Shout out to Deuce. Happy Father's Day. Listen, you guys in here, if you want to buy something for your father for Father's Day, click on her Instagram name, and you guys grab some sweatsuits, some t-shirts, some swimming trunks. She has it all.
For
As
sure.
well as you can get to create your own foundation or forever live on the
Telling you,
plantation.
and I'm promoting the hell out of that shirt too. You feel me? I'm with it. I'm all in.
Appreciate
And
it.
I needed this. I needed this for sure.
Love it, love it. Let me do one more shout out before we get off here. My cousin's birthday is today. His name is Dash. His first birthday today is his birthday. So his father was in here and he said this was a great interview. I just wanted to shout out Dash for his birthday. I wish I could have had all of the pictures in here, but as you can see, he's right there. Shout out Dash.
Happy birthday, Dad!
Happy birthday, Dad!
Give
Happy
your parents hell today.
Right.
Eat all the cake you want. Get lick chocolate wasted.
Right. Shout out to my baby cousin Dash, way in California. He just said,
Cali.
In Cali. Yeah, that's where they at. So shout out to, and his dad is right there. Debinar Madeir. Love you, Darnell. Love you, Dash. Shout out to you guys way out in Cali. It was a pleasure again.
No, this is amazing. I appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you.
Yo, who man's is this? Who man's is this, bro? What is going on?
Right, listen, I love it. I love it. Continue to be the best mom you could be to him. Teach him what you're teaching him. Shout out to CPAP, whose mom, if she's still in here. Shout out to your teammate, your partner, your better half. And shout out to everybody who is going to continue to support you. May God be with you. And remember, guys, create your own foundation or forever live on the plantation. You have anything else that you'd like to say before we check out?
Boss up or get bossed on.
Love it. We are out of here. Thank you.
Thank you.